Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into what is honestly the most massive leap in computing we've seen in years. We're talking about the jump from AI that just answers your questions to AI that actually rolls up its sleeves and does the work for you. Yep, we're moving from chatbots to AI agents. Now, to really wrap our heads around this, let's just imagine a scenario. Say you want to go on a trip. Right now, you'd ask an AI for help, it spits out a great itinerary, and then, well, you still have to go do all the actual booking yourself. But what if the AI didn't just give you a to-do list? Imagine an AI that actually goes out, navigates the airline's messy website, books the flight exactly how you like it, shoots you the confirmation email, and updates your calendar. And it does all of this without you clicking a single button after that first prompt. Pretty wild, right? So here's the easiest way to picture the difference. If ChatGPT, or really any standard chatbot, is this brilliant employee just sitting at a desk waiting for you to ask a question, an AI agent is that exact same brilliant employee actually standing up, opening applications, writing code, running that code, checking to see if it worked, and only coming back to you when the whole job is done. Chatbots are reactive, they need you to hold their hand for every single step. AI agents, though, they're proactive. They work totally independently to complete actual multi-step tasks. All right, so here is the agenda for today. First, we'll meet the AI agent. Second, we'll look at the anatomy of an agent. Third, we'll explore the AI agent ecosystem. Fourth, we'll talk about the massive economic shift. And finally, number 5, the real risks and roadblocks. Moving right along to section 1, meet the AI agent, moving beyond chatbots. Okay, so technically speaking, an AI agent is a software system that uses AI, usually a large language model, to perceive its environment, make decisions, and take autonomous actions to achieve a specific goal. And it pulls this off with minimal human supervision. The absolute game changer here is that shift from reactive responses to proactive, goal-driven actions that happen completely on their own. You're no longer feeding it a prompt, you're handing it a goal. Let's jump into section 2, anatomy of an agent. How they think and do. To really demystify how these agents pull off this magic, we need to pop the hood. Every single AI agent out there, from a basic automated script to a fully autonomous software engineer, is built on 4 core pillars. First up is the brain. This is the reasoning engine, your LLM, that breaks massive goals down and plots out the steps. Second is perception. The agent actually has to read your instructions, observe what happens when it does something, and process that data. Third is action. This is the cool part. It's the agent's ability to use actual tools in the real world, like browsing the web, firing off emails, or managing your schedule. And finally, memory. It needs short-term memory so it doesn't lose its place in the current task, and long-term memory so it actually learns and doesn't repeat past mistakes. These 4 pieces are constantly talking to each other. Now, the REACT framework, which stands for Reason plus Act, is a brilliant way to see how those pieces work together in real time. It's basically a continuous loop. First, the agent has a thought. Okay, what should I do next? Then it takes an action, like using a search bar. Then it makes an observation. All right, what was the result of that search? It checks if the goal is met. If not, it loops right back around. Notice how it actually thinks before every single action. It's literally acting like a human would. Let's put that loop into practice. Say you give it a goal. Find me the best laptop under $1,000. The agent's first thought is, I need to search for current laptop deals. Boom, it takes the action to search the web. It observes 5 different options with their prices. Then another thought, I should probably compare the specs on the top 3. It takes the action to open each product page. It observes those specs. Finally, it thinks, okay, I've got enough info, breaks out of the loop, and presents you with the absolute perfect research recommendation. Up next, section 3, the AI agent ecosystem, types and real-world examples. So this ecosystem is vast. It ranges from super basic reflex systems, kind of like your smart thermostat, scaling all the way up to systems that can learn and evaluate really complex paths to a goal. But the absolute most fascinating category, that would be multi-agent systems. This is basically a complete corporate team inside your computer. You've got specialized AI agents, an AI researcher, an AI writer, an AI manager, all collaborating to knock out massive projects together. And listen, this isn't some sci-fi movie set 10 years in the future. The tools are literally here right now. We've got Claude Computer Use, which can look at your screen, grab your cursor, click, and type, just like you do. There's the OpenAI Operator, which browses the web to do your shopping or book your dinner reservations completely on its own.
AutoGPT is out there breaking down enormous, overwhelming goals into tiny executable tasks. And then there's Devin. Devin acts as a fully autonomous software engineer. It writes, tests, and deploys entire code bases by itself. Crazy, right?
All right, moving to section 4. The massive economic shift. The billion-dollar race. To really get why every major tech company is losing their minds over this, just look at how ridiculously fast this timeline is moving. Back in 2020, we had AI that predicts, like Netflix telling you what to watch next. By 2022, boom, we had AI that generates. ChatGPT, DALL-E, churning out text and images. Fast forward to 2024, we saw AI that reasons, capable of advanced step-by-step logic. And now, 2025 and beyond is the frontier of AI that acts. We went from AI that talks to AI that thinks to AI that literally does the work. That is just a monumental leap.
And the money involved totally reflects that leap, because we're taking AI from a simple software tool and turning it into a digital employee that works right alongside you. The economic stakes are astronomical. Goldman Sachs actually projects that this shift toward agentic workforces, meaning entire teams of AI agents handling finance, healthcare, and customer service, is going to add trillions of dollars to the global economy. Trillions.
Let's bring it back down to earth for section 5, real risks and roadblocks, when agents go rogue. Giving AI the keys to your data isn't all sunshine and rainbows. When agents run totally autonomously, errors can compound fast. If step 1 in a 10-step process is messed up, the whole thing fails. That's a huge reliability issue. Then there's security. You're handing over access to your personal emails and bank details. Cost is another big one, because looping through all these multi-step tasks burns through massive amounts of computing power. But honestly, the wildest risk is goal misalignment. If you aren't perfectly clear, the AI might technically achieve your goal, but do it in a totally unintended, extremely costly way. A lack of oversight can cause real damage. And of course, there's the very real societal risk of job disruption as entire human workflows get automated overnight. So how do we stop that? Well, this is exactly why responsible developers insist on what's known as a human-in-the-loop checkpoint. Because the risks are so high, agents are specifically designed to pause and ask for your explicit approval before doing anything sensitive. So your agent might draft the spicy email, find that expensive flight, and queue up the transaction, but it's going to ping you to click approve before it actually spends your hard-earned money or sends that message to your boss. We are fundamentally moving from a world where we just ask AI for answers to a world where we hand AI our goals and let it figure out the whole process. This technology is being deployed right now. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought about your own daily routine. Think about the absolute most tedious, annoying, multi-step process you have to do every single week. What is the very first task you'd want an AI agent to completely take off your plate? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive. Stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.